used to say my name like it belonged inside your mouth. Now it echoes through these empty rooms, but you're nowhere around. Your coffee cup is on the shelf, lipstick fading on the rim. Funny how the smallest things are where the hurt begins. We built a world on whispered dreams, on promises we swore would stay, but forever turned to fragile dust the night you walked away. You were the last thing I held before my whole world fell apart. The last light in the dark, the safest place in my heart. Now I'm reaching through the wreckage of everything we felt. You were the last thing I held before I lost myself. I traced the cracks along the walls like they might spell your truth. Was I just someone you outgrew, or someone you never chose? Your goodbye was soft and slow, like mercy in disguise. But mercy doesn't stop the ache or dry these sleepless nights. You said love shouldn't feel this hard, believing felt so easy for you. Now I'm stuck inside the aftermath of a love I thought was true. You were the last thing I held before my whole world fell apart. The last light in the dark, the safest place in my heart. Now I'm reaching through the wreckage of everything we felt. You were the last thing I held before I lost myself. I would have stayed through every scar, through every doubt, through every flaw, but you were already letting go while I was giving more. Love shouldn't end in silence or fade without a fight, but you slipped through my fingers like smoke into the night. You were the last thing I held before the ground gave in, before the tears fell faster than I could pull you in. Now I'm learning how to stand on a heart that never healed. You were the last thing I held, and the hardest thing to feel. If I had known it was the last time, I would have never let you go. The last thing I remember was your hand slipping out of mine. No fight, no tears, no thunder, just a quiet kind of goodbye. Your eyes were somewhere else already, like you'd been leaving for weeks, and I was still building forever on promises you couldn't keep. You said love shouldn't be this hard, but giving up was harder on my heart. I would've stayed through every scar if you had just stayed too. Now the last thing I remember is the sound of the door closing on the life we were fighting for. Every I love you echoes in my chest. Like a prayer, I'm still praying, though you laid it to rest. I keep holding on to what we used to be, but the last thing you remember was leaving me. There's a ghost inside the mirror, looks a little more like pain. I don't recognize the person who keeps whispering your name. I try to hate you for the silence, try to blame it on the truth, but loving you was easy, losing you was brutal proof. Maybe I was just a season while you were my whole year. Now every night I fall asleep with you still everywhere. Now the last thing I remember is your shadow in the hall, walking toward a future where I'm not there at all. Every memory cuts deeper than before. I'm still reaching for your heartbeat through a closed door. I keep holding on to what we used to be, but the last thing you remember was leaving me. Did you ever turn around? Did you ever almost stay? Did your heart race like mine when you walked away? Or was I the only one who felt the world collapse while you folded up our love like it was just a map? Now the last thing I remember is how it felt to believe that love like ours would never leave. But forever's just a word until somebody runs, and I was still choosing you when you were already done. I'm learning how to breathe without what we could be, but the last thing you remember was leaving me. The last thing I remember was loving you completely. 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 The night you let me go. The night you let me go, it didn't rain. The sky was clear, no sign of pain. No crashing thunder, no warning sign, just quiet breaking of a heart like mine. You held my hands like you still cared, but your eyes told me you weren't there. Your voice was soft, almost kind, like you'd already left me behind. You said it's not that I don't love you, but love shouldn't feel this cold. If this is what forever looks like, I don't want to grow old. The night you let me go, you didn't even cry. I was falling to my knees. You were saying we'll be fine. You walked away so steady while I shattered slow. The world didn't even notice the night you let me go. Hurry, play every second back, searching for the love we lacked. Was it something I didn't see, or did you just stop loving me kissed my forehead one last time, like I was just a chapter line. Closed the door without a sound and left my heart on the ground. You said we both deserve better, but better wasn't you. Sometimes the worst kind of heartbreak is the gentle truth. The night you let me go, you didn't even shake. I was barely breathing, trying not to break. You said someday I'll thank you, but right now I don't know how to survive the silence. The night you let me go. I would've stayed through all your storms, through every doubt and fear, but you chose a life without me and made it crystal clear. Love doesn't always end in anger. Sometimes it ends in grace, but grace can still feel brutal when you're the one reborn. Might you let me go? Was the night I learned to stand There's a quiet in this room tonight that doesn't feel like peace. It's the kind that lingers in the dark after love has ceased. Your footsteps faded down the hall like a whisper in the rain. No shattered glass, no final fight, just a different kind of pain. Your picture's still up on the wall, but it don't look the same. It's hard to see forever in a broken frame. You said sometimes love just changes, it doesn't mean it lied. But if that's true, why does it feel like something died? Now I'm living in the silence you left behind, where every memory we rewind and every I love you still echoes in my mind. I'm reaching through the emptiness, trying to understand how something that felt so alive slipped right through my hands. You didn't leave with anger, you didn't slam the door, you just walked away like we weren't worth fighting for. Your sweater's folded on the chair like you might come back for it, but deep inside I know you won't. You're already over this. I replay the way you looked at me the last night in July, like you were slowly saying goodbye without saying goodbye. Did you feel your heart let go before mine even knew? Was I loving you alone while you were halfway through? You said it wasn't my fault, but that don't make it right. If I wasn't the problem, why am I the one who cries? Now I'm living in the silence you left behind, where your shadow didn't break me loudly, you didn't make a scene. You just slowly disappeared from everything we'd been. Did you ever almost turn around? Did your heart race like mine? Did you feel it cracking at the same exact time? Or was I the only one still praying we could bend while you were already at the end? Now I'm screaming through the silence you left behind, trying to outrun time, trying to breathe without you by my side. Every promise that we made still lingers in the air, but forever doesn't mean a thing if you're not there. You didn't leave me shattered, you didn't leave me torn, you just left me learning how to live alone. In the silence you left behind, I'm still hearing you. I'm still hearing you. We didn't fall apart in flames, no shattered glass, no one to blame, just quiet cracks beneath our feet that neither one of us would speak. Your hand still rested on my waist, but something fragile changed its place. Your kiss still lingered on my skin, but didn't reach my heart within. I felt you fading day by day, like colors losing hue. I was still trying to hold the frame while love slipped out of you. We loved in slow motion, watch it fall frame by frame. Every I need you didn't sound the same. No thunder, no explosion, just silence growing cold. We didn't crash all at once, we just slowly let go. I stayed awake beside your breath, counting every space it left between the warmth we used to share and the distance building there. You said we're fine, just give it time, but time was pulling us apart. You were already somewhere else while I was guarding what we had. It's a different kind of pain when nobody fights, when love just quietly turns off the lights. We loved in slow motion, watched it fade to gray. Every small unspoken doubt took a piece away. No screaming, no devotion, no final curtain call. We didn't break dramatically, we just stopped feeling it all. I would have chosen you 1,000 times again, but love can't survive if it's dying from within. Maybe some hearts drip before they even know. Maybe the saddest endings are the ones that move so slow. We loved in slow motion, but I'm done standing still. I can't keep holding memories that you no longer feel. No fire, no explosion, just two hearts growing cold. than if we burned at all. We were almost forever, almost strong enough, almost learned how to hold on when it started getting rough. You memorized my laughter, I memorized your scars. We said we'd never fall apart, but never isn't ours. There's still a dent beside my pillow where your head will lay. I keep reaching in the dark, but you're miles away. You told me love is patient, but patience ran thin. I was fighting for our future while you were giving in. We were almost forever, almost meant to be, almost everything you promised me. I gave you every heartbeat, every tear I cried, but almost doesn't save us when somebody says goodbye. We were almost forever, but almost still breaks, and I'm still here with all the pieces you couldn't take. Your name still fits inside my mouth like it's afraid to leave. Every street we used to walk still feels like you and me. You said it wasn't about love, said it's just bad timing. But if timing was the problem, why am I the one still trying? You said I deserve the world, but you were mine. Now I'm learning how to live without crossing that line. We were almost forever, almost strong enough, almost built a life out of fragile love. I gave you all my best days, watched them fade to black. Almost doesn't heal when you don't come back. We were almost forever, but almost isn't real, and I'm the only one still trying to feel. Did you ever look back when you closed the door? Did your heart hesitate even just once more? Was I the only one standing in the rain, holding on to something you already let fade? We were almost forever, but forever slipped away. I was ready to stay, you were ready to change. I gave you every sunrise, every midnight prayer, but almost doesn't matter when you're not there. We were almost forever, almost had it right. Now I'm learning how to breathe through the quiet of the night. We were almost forever, and almost was everything to me. I still see your coat on the chair, like you might come back, but you're not there. The clock ticks slow in an empty room where laughter used to bloom. Your voice lingers in every hall, a quiet echo I can't call. I keep reaching for your hand, but you've already left this land. You said love wasn't enough, that life had other plans, but I held on to every touch and all the dreams we planned. When you let me go, world turned cold. Every memory cuts like glass. Every heartbeat feels like the past. I gave you everything I had, every smile, every tear I shed. Now I'm learning how to breathe alone with the ghost of what we used to own. Your laughter still hides in my mind. I search for pieces I can't find. The streets we walked feel like a lie. The places we loved whisper goodbye. You said it wasn't about me, just life, just circumstance. But freedom shouldn't hurt this much, like losing your only chance. I keep wondering if you remember the promises we made while I'm left here in December with every dream decayed. When you let me go, the world turned cold. Every memory cuts like glass. Every heartbeat feels like the past. I gave you everything I had, every hope, every secret shared. Now I'm learning how to live alone with the shadow of a love once bare. Did you ever look back at night? Did you feel the ache inside? Or was I the only one still holding on to the ride? When you let me go, I felt the storm, but through the rain I'll rise again. I'll find the sun beyond the pain. I gave you all my heart, but now I'll make a start. Even though you walked away, I'll survive another day. When you let me go, I'll learn to hold myself close. I still see your coat on the chair, like you might come back, but you're not there. The clock ticks slow in an empty room where laughter used to bloom. Your voice lingers in every hall, a quiet echo I can't call. I keep reaching for your hand, but you've already left its land. You said love wasn't enough, and our life had other plans, but I held on to every touch and all the dreams we planned. When you let me go, the world turned cold. Every memory cuts like glass. Every heartbeat feels like the past. I gave you everything I had, every smile, every tear I shed. Now I'm learning how to breathe alone with the ghost of what we used to own. I still see your coat on the chair. 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 I still see your coat. I still see your coat on the chair. I still see your coat on the used to hold my hand like it was home, like nothing in this world could pull you away. Now your fingers barely brush against my own, like you're already somewhere else today. I memorized the way you used to laugh before it slowly faded into space. Now every smile feels like a photograph of someone I can't seem to trace. We didn't break in just one night, it happened in between. And all the times you didn't fight for us, for me. It wasn't when you said goodbye that shattered everything. It was when you stopped choosing me in the little daily things. When your eyes stopped looking back, like I was all you'd ever need. Love didn't die dramatically, it died when you stopped choosing me. I felt it in the quiet dinners, in the way you checked your phone, and every "I'm just tired" that made me feel alone. I tried to be the easy one, the strong one, the understanding heart, but loving someone halfway still tears you apart. You said nothing's really wrong, but nothing felt the same. There's a special kind of heartbreak when no one takes the blame. It wasn't when you said goodbye that shattered everything. It was when you stopped choosing me in the small unnoticed things. When your touch became routine and your kiss felt out of reach. Love didn't leave in flames, it left in quiet disbelief. It died when you stopped choosing me. I would have crossed every ocean, stood beside you in the rain, but love can't survive on devotion if it's only one heart taking the pain. You didn't cheat, you didn't lie, you just slowly disappeared. And somehow that kind of leaving was the worst thing I feared. It wasn't when you said goodbye that finally broke my knees. It was when I realized you weren't fighting for me. When I felt more lonely, lying right there in your arms. Love didn't crash like thunder, it faded without alarms. And the hardest truth to see was you stopped choosing me. So I'll choose myself this time, the way you never chose me. The way you never chose me. I still remember your last smile, like it belonged to someone else. You whispered promises in the dark, but they never reached my cell. I traced the lines of our old love on pages I can't erase. The echoes of your absence fill every empty space. I thought we had forever, but forever came too slow. The hardest part of losing you was when you stopped letting me know. stopped loving me. It wasn't loud, it wasn't cruel. It was the silence between our words, the fading of every rule. I was still holding on while your heart had gone. When you stopped loving me, the world fell quietly alone. I replay every ordinary day, looking for the sign I missed. Every laugh, every touch, now just a ghost I can't resist. You didn't fight, you didn't shout, you didn't even say goodbye. You just let the space between us grow until it was a sky. I tried to reach you every night, but your shadow wouldn't bend. Love isn't meant to vanish from the hearts that won't defend. When you stopped loving me, it wasn't loud, it wasn't cruel. It was the quiet breaking of a world I thought was only ours to rule. I was still holding on while your heart had gone. When you stopped loving me, the sun set slow alone. I would have stayed through every storm, through every doubt, through every tear. But love can't survive when one soul disappears. Maybe someday I'll forgive the way you let go unseen. But the love I gave freely was the truest I've ever been. When you stopped loving me, it shattered me inside. I held the pieces of our past while you were out of sight. I was still loving you, even when you were gone. When you stopped loving me, I learned to carry on. When you stopped loving me, to love myself. You left your coffee cup beside the sink, like you were coming back in a week. But the silence says what you don't, and this house feels like it won't. Every picture on the wall feels like it's about to fall. We were golden, we were young. Now I choke on what we've done. You swore that love would never fade, but promises decay. I tried to be the air you needed, still you walked away. Now I'm standing where you left me breathing, with a heart that's barely beating. All the words we didn't say echo louder every day. I'm holding on to nothing, but it still feels like you're here. I'm learning how to live without you, but I'm drowning in the fear. You didn't break me with a scream, you broke me quietly. I still wear your old gray shirt, like it somehow stops the hurt. I trace the outline of your name through the window in the rain. Did you find what you were chasing? Was I just a phase you're erasing? Tell me how you closed the door, like we weren't worth fighting for. You said I was your forever, broke me quietly. Maybe love is just a lesson wrapped in someone else's skin. Maybe I was only temporary while you were settling in. Did you ever lose your sleep, or am I the only one who weeps? Now I'm standing where you left me breathing, but I won't stop believing that someday this pain will fade and I'll be stronger from the break. I was holding on to nothing. Now I'm finally letting go. You may have left me shattered, but I'm healing on my own. You didn't break me with a scream. You broke me quietly, but I'll rebuild me quietly. Where you left me breathing, I found myself again. I still sleep on your side of the bed, like somehow you'll come back instead. Your perfume's fading from the sheets, but it's still the only air I breathe. I trace your name across my skin, like it might let you back in. Every mirror in this room shows a love that met its doom. You said forever like you meant it. Now forever's just a word. I'm drowning in the silence of the I love you I never heard. There's a ghost where your heart used to be, an empty space still haunting me. I reach for you in the dark, but I only find these broken parts. You walked away so easily, where your heart used to be. I replay every memory, trying to find where we lost. Was it something I didn't say, or did you plan your exit anyway? Your pictures stare like they don't know how you could let this go. I'm left holding promises that don't exist anymore. You said forever like you meant it. Now forever's just a lie. I'm talking to your shadow while you're somewhere saying goodbye. There's a ghost where your heart used to be, an empty space still haunting me. I reach for you in the dark, but I only find these broken parts. You walked away so easily, like loving me was make-believe. Now I'm learning how to breathe where your heart used to be. I would have fought through every storm, giving you every version of my soul. But love can't live where truth is gone, and I can't hold what won't be held. So I'll let the ashes fall from the fire that burned it all, and build a life from what remains, even if it still says your name. There's a ghost where your heart used to be, but it won't define the rest of me. I'll stop reaching in the dark and mend these shattered parts. You walked away, I finally see your love was never meant for me. Now I'm stronger than I used to be. just a scar where your heart used to be. I didn't hear the door close, didn't feel the air shift cold. You were still lying next to me, but somehow I was alone. Your heartbeat used to calm the storm, now it barely reached my skin. We were inches close in distance, but 1,000 miles within. No shattered glass, no screaming words, no final scene to play. Just love slowly disappearing in the quiet of each day. You left without a sound, without a warning sign. You slipped out of my arms while I was holding tight. No fire, no goodbye, no tears falling down. You broke my heart so gently when you left without a sound. I kept pretending not to see the way you pulled away from me, the way your kisses lost their sparkle like fading headlights in the dark. I tried to be enough for two, carried hope when you withdrew, but love can't breathe in borrowed air when only one heart's there. You said we're fine, just give it time, but time just proved me wrong. I was fighting for our future while you were already gone. You left without a sound, without looking back at me. You made it look so easy, like setting someone free. No crash, no dramatic fall, just silence all around. I never heard the moment you left without a sound. Maybe quiet endings cut the deepest scars. Maybe love grows distant long before it falls apart. I would have faced the thunder, I would have stood the rain, but you chose the softer exit and left me with the pain. You left without a sound, but the silence screams your name. It echoes through my lonely nights and every drop of rain. One day I'll stop listening for footsteps not around, but tonight I'm still breaking over love that made no sound. You didn't slam the door, you just stopped staying. We were a promise never kept, a dream that never fully slept. Your name still lingers on my lips, like a prayer I can't forget. We had a love that felt so right, but something always held it back, like standing on the edge of us, afraid to let it last. You held my hand like you believed, but never with your whole heart. We were so close to everything, but always worlds apart. You were my almost forever. life I'll carry through every never. We were so close to being everything, but love shouldn't feel like a fragile string. You were my almost, and that's the hardest part, 'cause almost loving you still broke my heart. I memorized the way you'd smile, like someday you would decide that I was worth the risk it took to keep me by your side. But hesitation lived in you, like shadows in the dark. And every time I gave you light, you guarded your own heart. I would've left without a doubt. You were afraid to fall, and in the space between our fears, we lost it all. You were my almost forever. The love that was close but never together. We had the spark, we had the star, but you couldn't give your whole heart. You were my almost, and now I know almost is just another word for letting go. You were my almost. I don't regret the way I loved. I gave you all of me, but loving someone halfway is never a destiny. Maybe in another life you'd choose me without fear, but in this one you chose the doubt and disappeared. You were my almost home, the place I felt safe but stood alone. We were so close to something real, but love can't grow if it won't heal. You were my almost, and now I see almost was never meant for me. You were my almost, but I deserve always. You're my safe place in a reckless world, my steady ground when everything blurred. When the nights were heavy on my chest, you were the one who let me rest. Your voice could calm the hurricane, your touch could quiet all the pain. I never thought the day would come when you'd be the storm I'm running from. We used to talk about forever like it was already ours. Now forever feels so fragile in the silence of these hours. You were my safe place, now I don't feel safe at all. I'm standing in the wreckage of a love I thought would never fall. I gave you every broken piece, trusted you with all of me. Now I'm learning how to face the world without my safe place. Your picture's still inside my phone, but it feels like someone I don't know. How did we go from always to barely saying hello? You said you needed space to breathe, but you took the air from me. And now I'm gasping in the dark, trying to restart my heart. You said it wasn't meant to hurt, but that's not how it feels when the one who healed your scars becomes the deepest wound you feel. You were my safe place, now every place feels wrong. Every street, every song feels like where you belong. I let you see my weakest side, let you hold the tears I hide. Now I'm trying to replace the comfort of my safe place. Did you ever lose your sleep like I lose mine? Did you ever miss my hand reaching for yours at night? Or did you walk away without looking back while I was still believing we could fix what we lacked? You were my safe place, but I survived the fall. Even when it felt like I had nothing left at all, I gave you all my trust, all my heart, all my faith. You may have walked away, but you don't own my strength. You were my safe place, but I'll learn to be my own.